I started in mobile back in 2005 when I was with PayPal, and at the time, for me, it was about getting PayPal offline. I used to say we need to get PayPal unplugged, get it into the real world, and mobile, even in those early days, seemed like the best platform in which to do that. You know, digitizing, taking digital content into the real world, and as you can see today, PayPal is heavily involved in mobile. In fact, their recent president, David Marcus, came out of the mobile world and abolished the mobile team because he said mobile is everybody's job. So back in 2005, I sort of had the same vision as he did. As I said today, mobile is a paradigm shift in human history. It hasn't happened before. The most exciting thing to me is about hyperconnectivity, is about the fact that everybody's connected to a global network and connected to everyone else. That fundamentally allows people to transfer information, to transfer thoughts, transfer ideas, transfer dreams to one another immediately, globally. And so it's changed the world in fundamental ways, and I actually think we've seen the tip of the iceberg. It's just starting out. Mobile and how it affects companies is unique to each in a certain respect. I think, as I happened to mention today, it's about treating customers as individuals. So expectations have changed such that each company needs to understand that their customers expect them to be treated in a particular fashion that is very personal. I don't want to see a generic mass media message. If you're going to, in fact, I used to say this at PayPal and RBS, if you're going to vibrate my pants, it better be a message that is meant for me. That is not meant for someone else, that is irrelevant to my life, because not only will I be upset, I'll be very upset. I might stop my relationship with that company who texts me or emails me or through social media contacts me with an irrelevant message. The expectations are very, very different now in a mobile world. You know, 3 years is a long time. In the mobile world, to predict what happens 3 years from now is fraught with danger because it's very hard to predict. I mean, these companies, as I said, draw something, launched, and 9 days later had 1 million customers, and then peaked at 36 million and it was back at 9 million, and you would never have guessed that. It's a very simplistic drawing application. 3 years from now, I expect hyperconnectivity to accelerate and accentuate our lives. I think that where there's going to be a lot more transparency of information. I think that consumers are going to be much more greatly empowered than they are today. And I think that, again, that's the beginning of the curve. I mean, 3 years from now, we'll just start to have an increase over time. I think the next 10, 15, 20 years is just going to be staggering. I recommend to all my clients, and I would recommend the same of your clients, that they be experimenting, that they be trialing and trying, and as I said, co-opetition, a bit of cooperation, a bit of competition. You know, the worst case scenario is standing still. Doing what they always do, continuing to support the status quo, you know, milking the cash cow. You'd much rather that you killed your cow than someone else. And so it's really about trialing and testing and, you know, continuing to innovate with increasing speed, because that's what the world around them is doing.